What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a long time since I've posted. It's been a couple of weeks. I had a lot going on in my life at the moment, so I've just kind of taken a couple of weeks off, kind of reset, try to get the mental back into this thing we call life. Uh, so, for those of you that do not know, I just want to make it, something that is clear and out there for myself and for anybody that does watch my videos. I did lose my dad. My father had passed away over the past few weeks. That's what I've been dealing with, and just trying to cope and come back to some type of normality in my life. He was a great guy, and I know he would want me to kind of get back up on the horse and get back to work. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to grind this thing out, and let's see what the market has for us. Let's see what life has for me. I'm gonna continue to learn and continue to grow in this game, and I hope you guys can continue to join me on this journey. So let's get right into it. A lot has changed actually since the last time I've made a video, and in a way, I wouldn't say predict. I gave out scenarios. I gave out scenarios and what was most likely and what the market looked like at the time. I believe last time we talked, the monthly was attempting to break out of balance, and we needed to find acceptance near the highs, right? So let's go ahead and look at our larger time frame real quick here, because a lot has changed. A lot has changed since the last time we have spoken. Um, so our monthly, right? We were attempting to break out of this monthly balance, right? Now, keep in mind, this was just a smaller monthly balance, 4208.50 to 3788.50. My personal larger balance that I'm keeping an eye on is this 4327.50 to 3502 level, right? This whole range is what I want to break out of. If we can get above August high and find acceptance above August high, the monthly will not only be one time framing up, but be one time framing up out of a larger balance. Now, just the smaller balance, yes, we are one time framing up, but I will firmly confirm that, like, that will give me more confirmation in this market that we want to continue to set new highs on the year by taking out that 4327.50 area and finding acceptance above it. So get above 4,300, hold above the 2750, and above August high from last year. This market has some room to the upside. So our monthly is one time framing up. Broke out of the smaller balance. Confirmation that the one time framing is strong would be us closing above 4327.50. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, now let's go ahead and look at our weekly time frame. Our weekly was in a balance at one point in time. This is still the monthly balance zones. I just want to show you how we struggled in this area initially in that 4200 level. We were attempting to find some type of acceptance above it, find buyers there, and we eventually got it breaking out of a balance. Now I can show you that here on our weekly balance, and I got some things marked out here on the weekly chart that you may be interested in. So I hope you guys can see clearly. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit more for you guys. So we were, last time we spoke, in a multiple week balance, a multi-week balance, and we were attempting to break out of balance to the upside. We even attempted to have an outside week up and kind of failed. We were attempting to find acceptance above that 4206 area, and you can see here, break of balance and an attempt to find acceptance, and that's what we were looking for. And then all of last week, that's what we got. We got acceptance above that area, and then our next target was 4327.50. That is my next target. We get above that, that's that monthly high, right? That monthly balance high. Our next destination is 4500. We get above 4327.50, there is nothing in our way until 4,500. This market could really get to moving. Of course, you'll have the whole numbers like 4,400 that may cause some issue. But from my standpoint, and for what I'm looking at, you get above this August high here, this weekly high, where that trend line was, right? We break above that, you got space. I mean, space. You eat away. You start to eat away at this massive sell tail from that outside week down back in April of last year. So we start to eat away at that sell tail and work our way up into the 4,500 level, and above that, this market still has legs. So for me, on the weekly, and I actually took a swing trade on this pullback here in this week. On this week here, I took a swing trade around the 4120 level. Actually took a beginning position down here around 4080 and added to it on the pullback here around 4120 to 4130 level, just as a paper swing trade to see how this market, if it did find acceptance and begin to push higher, how it would react. And I'm up on it, up on the position really good. I've scaled out some as we've gotten closer to that balance high. I actually scaled out most of it yesterday around the 4,300 level. As you know, I was looking to take some off there. Next level I'd take some off is 4,400, and then 4,500 would be the next target. So big swing trade for the futures contract. That's what we're looking at. Just kind of wanted to see how that swing would work, and if I trusted a balance, right? A break of balance on a weekly and a monthly. I wanted to test how strong that break and push could be. So far, we are continuing to one-time frame up. So the weekly is still one-time framing up 2 weeks in a row now. We look to get some good extension up to and at least attempt to test that 43.2750 level. Could we use some consolidation on the weekly? You could, I guess. I don't think so. I think I want to see this market continue to push up on a weekly standpoint. But let's look at our daily. Our daily has changed as well since our last talk. A lot of things have changed in our daily. And this is still the weekly targets, right? You can see how we were reacting there. Bounced off the 20-day moving average. We are still staying above the 20, above the 50. Both are curling up, positive for the bulls. One thing I will keep in mind, and I'll have on our daily, is once we broke out of this balance on our daily, because we were in a 4-day balance, even though I've been dealing with personal stuff, I still kept up with the market and kept up with my homework. So I hope you guys have been doing the same. And you can see here on the daily, we attempted to break out of an initial balance. We broke out of this balance here, went up, came back into balance, went down, came back into balance, went up, continued up. Then we went back down to balance, and then we stayed in this balance for a second before coming out of it with a gap. So we gapped up above this balance, and we have been holding above this gap from this trend day here. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is that you'll notice this big red box that I have, and that is where we had this consolidation of days here where we attempted to push higher and get above that 200-day moving average back in August of last year, but couldn't quite get a break above that trend line and find acceptance. So a lot of people, are looking at that, and as we've pushed up into that, we've began to find some type of slowdown. So I'm being very careful buying anything in this range here, anywhere between the 4,300 to 40 until we basically find acceptance above 43.2750. I'm being very careful on buying, especially since we have this gap. Something you want to keep an eye on is this gap here. Do we come back and fill in this gap on our daily? Is that all we wanted to do for the buyers? Because we were one time framing up 2 days in a row. Today we come back into a 3-day balance initially. So we'll adjust this balance area here actually. I want to keep this because we'll say previous balance area, because I want to see if we come back to this previous balance area and hold above it as some type of support. And we'll do a dash line. Now we'll move our balance low up here. It's also where the gap starts at this low here at 49.25. 49.25. Balance low, boom. Now we'll mark our balance high, which was yesterday's high of 43.05. 43.05. Yesterday's balance high. And today's video is going to just consist of breaking down the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and then if you guys would like to see the breakdown on the 30-minute chart and those destinations, comment down below that you guys would like to see those type of videos. But I want to kind of try to make these a little bit shorter than what I used to make them, a little less technical analysis, and just for the sake of my time and yours. So from here on out, I'll mostly be just going over the larger time frames every other day. For now, anyway. Things may change later down the road. But if you guys want to see that type of video, just let me know, and I'll maybe like every other day I'll do a 30-minute TPO market profile breakdown and give you guys destinations there. What am I doing? Balance high. Sorry, losing my mind. So balance. We are in a 3-day balance. Okay. Question is, do we take back this day, test the balance low, come back up and test the balance high, or do we fill in this gap here, kind of like a break and a retest of that previous balance high area, find some buyers there, bounce back up? Because if we take out this day's low here at 49.25, the daily will be one time framing down. How much they get out of that, we don't know, because last time we did something of that nature, we came into balance and then tested the balance low only to come back up really aggressively. So it's like this kind of the similar scenario. Time will tell. Volume has been good over the last several days, above average, but today was slightly above, so a little bit less. Not very good on the volume side. We want to see more volume. And let's see how the rest of this week plays out. Looking forward to it. I will be a buyer within this 49.25 to 38.50 area. Any acceptance back into or below 42.30, I am going to be out of my buying position, as I think this market could continue to pull back into that 20-day moving average. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for, if you stop by, leave a like. Leave a comment. I missed you guys. I hope you've missed me. Let's make it rain dollars out here. All right, catch you guys in the next one. See ya.